Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another episode of Kerbal Space Program Season 4. This episode, we're going to be sending a probe to Duna. So I went ahead and got Duna in the correct phase angle here. As you can see, they are 44.3 degrees away from Kerbal relative to the Sun. So, it makes a nice little 44-degree angle, and that is the ideal transfer window for a Kerbal to Duna transfer. So, now we just have to make a ship to go there, but first, before we do that, I wanted to go ahead and unlock some of the small technologies that allow us to use little small engines, and I think that will actually help. Yeah, these precision propulsion, that'll help us make a light probe to get us down. Although I think I already had this, the one I'm probably going to use. I can't even remember the name of it now. Spark. There, that's what I want. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and research the precision propulsion. That'll also help us probably with landing our whatchamacallit, planetary base components. Okay, looky here. Atomic motors, yes sir, thank you. And what else did we need here? Okay, those might be useful, but it's not exactly what I'm wanting. And I don't think I need any of those per se. Landing, don't need any of that at the moment. Basketball, no. The command seat would be nice for like some rovers. Golf club, no. Tow bar. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool, actually. I might go ahead and take these for make a little rover. Or I could get the Sentinel telescope going. Or more science. An atmospheric fluid, my bobber. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take that. We're gonna take that. Okay, so we've got all our science unlocked. We've got a mission to take a satellite to Duna as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see exactly what we need there. Accelerometer, Science Junior, Mystery Goo. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make that. And then we're going to go ahead and make a small probe that will land on the surface of Duna. But first, we need Probodobodine. Always start with the Probodobodine. So this is going to be the Brokia Inc. Sat. I'm naming it that because I'm also going to launch a satellite for here on Duna. These should all be relatively light components. So, I don't think it'll be a problem to get them all up into the atmosphere at the same time. So, for the Kerbal one, we need... Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring out a nice little something here like that. And something like that. Let's go ahead and make that color and that color. There we go. And then... flip that around, something like that. Okay. Now it needs Mystery Goo. So let's go into the science and put 2 goos on. There we go. And it also will need a thermometer and an accelerometer. Well, why it needs an accelerometer? You can't do anything with it from space. That's alright. We'll put it on there. Put it up there, and we'll put the thermometer up there as well, and opposite of it. There we go. Now it will need communications and power and batteries. So let's put the battery on the bottom, opposite of what we did here. It's too big. Let's put that guy on there. And then we're going to put on some solar panels. like so. There we go. Very good. And now we just need communications. This is going to be on Kerbal, so it doesn't need anything super fancy. But we could go ahead and put a nice relay on it, like so. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so this is the Rokia, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a docking port on it just because I can. I'll put a junior on it, even though juniors are the bane of my existence due to a little mishap in a previous episode. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the second satellite put together. It's going to be similar to this, other than it's going to also include a science junior. So, I'll be right back. Just going to do, I mean, I could do some docking ports, but then I'd have to use some RCS and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Long story short, I don't want to do all that. So, we are going to do it this way. Alright, so this is going to Duna. And so now we need our surface probe that's going to Duna. So I'll probably just go ahead and put a docking port on it, just in case here, that we ever want to connect to it. I am going to take a junior, because it's going to be a small, the probe is going to be very small. The probe's going to be very small. So make sure I remember that the probe has a docking port junior on it. Alright. Probe Dobodyne. Octo. Yes. Check. Okay. And then the Probe Dobodyne Octo here with the embedded docking port. Look at that. The Octo is bigger than the docking port junior. Well, that's not cool. Alright, so then that's what I'm using, so suck it. Alright, so then we're going to, we need propulsion and fuel, but just a little. Just a little, because really the mothership's going to be doing most of the maneuvering. So we'll go ahead and do something similar to what we did with the satellite here. But I do want some transition. Let's see. Let's get structural. Let's use one of these transitional pieces instead. Up it like that, and then a nice small fuel tank. That's too big. And let's use one of these guys. I should have used one of those for the satellite. Oh well. Oh well, too late now. I've already redesigned the whole thing. Okay. Ooh. Likey. Me likey. Okay, and then we're gonna have a nice spark on there. I probably should go with the Terrier on this one. How much fuel does this thing get? I kind of want to make this my parent so I can see how much fuel I got going here. Okay, and then get that disconnected. No fuel? Hello. It's got fuel, it's got an engine. Where's my Delta V at? Okay. That was weird. Alright, so that's fine. We're gonna need solar panels and parachutes and landing legs and science. So let's go ahead and grab the solar panel, and we'll need a battery. Let's put the battery up here. Do we want a long-lasting battery? It's gonna be heavy, isn't it? It's a little much. It's a little overkill for what we need here. And let's be honest, it's probably just going to be using a small amount of battery power to transmit science data. So let's go ahead and just embed this thing. Just like so. Let's just cover up that whole disgusting mess. Oh yes! Alright. Lovely, lovely dove. Alright, lovely as a dove. Let's put solar panels on there. And then we will put on a couple of parachutes. This is a light doodad, so 2 parachutes should do it. There we go. So we got the battery, we got the parachutes, we got solar panels. We're going to need some communication of some sort. So let's put on a nice antenna. Ooh, it's big. Let's put the same. No, that's not going to work because it's going to need to. Yeah, let's do it this way. I better use this one actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, it's probably going to get ripped up. Is there no? There we go. Right, there we go. Get that thing down just a little there. There we go. Hopefully it survives re-entry. I'm a little worried about it now. I'm thinking about it. I could put a decoupler on here and a nice heat shield. Or we could even put like a small fairing on here if we wanted to. I think. No, because I need to detach this first. Okay, well. Let's look at heat shields. What we got? Heat shields. A base heat shield. Do a big one like that. Boop. Get it in position. Jettison it. Let it ride down. Okay, I think it's ready. It does need landing legs. Landing legs. Alright, I got my antenna disguised within the landing leg on purpose, so it doesn't look as obtrusive. Alright, and then, I think that's ready. We do need a little science. Okay. Let's go, thermometer. Here. Press map barometer. Here. Accelerometer over there, and I guess another press mat because I don't have anything else to put on there. Alright, there we go. That's our probe. Hopefully it survives the re-entry. And now the mothership will have a I'm gonna go ahead and put I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and put the docking port junior on here. I won't be taking the probe back up and down, so I think I'm just going to use a regular docking port for this. Like so. Alright, I don't need a shroud on that. No shroud. Oh, but then it looks stupid. Okay, well then, shroud, I guess. It's all going to have a thing on there, but regardless. Alright, so I've got a Probodobodyne Octo 2, and then now we're going to make our mothership here, and it's all going to be liquid fuel, because it's not going to have a it's going to be a nuclear engine on there. So we're going to use our nuclear engines. Let's see what we got here. Nice. And the nuclear engine, the nerve of some people. Okay. 2248, that's plenty. Do I like the way that looks? No. Let's get another structural thing going here. not it. That's not it. There it is. There we go. That's good. That will definitely get us transferred. Now look at that thrust to rate ratio. Tiny. That's okay. It's okay. We will put some solar panels and antenna and everything on this thing as well. Let's go ahead and put that on there. We're going to put on the solar panels as well here. Let's put them up above, like so. Let's put some batteries on there. Won't be doing much in the way of science. Oh, actually, we can add some science to this, to the mothership. Why not? So we got solar, we got battery, we got communication. Now we need a little bit of science to add to the flare of this beautiful, beautiful rocket. A little flare for you. I'm just gonna add. You know what? We're just gonna add them all on one side, and then we'll add the mystery goos. I don't think that'll hurt my thrust. I mean my torque. Nah. And then we'll add some mystery goos on here, like so. Go. And get those moved down just a little. There we go. Alright. So now this thing is ready to be lifted into space for our trip to Duna. So now we need a decoupler, a big decoupler. There we go. And we need a fairing. And oh, there we go. And then we need to move this entire thing up higher. There we go. This is now going to be the DVS Duna probe instead of the Rakia. Alright. Now this thing should be relatively easy to get up high, so let's just put on some rockets. I want something big to accommodate it here. Actually, we can just use straight rockets, I think. There we go. Yep. Alright. This will be the upper stage. Just get enough fuel to get us into orbit. Probably gonna need skipper on that. 102, yep, that's fine. Okay. And then another coupler. Like so, but no fairing. Don't need the fairing on that. And we'll go ahead and pop a main cell on this guy. Go. All right. Yeah, that'll be perfect. You make sure this thing is all liquid fuel as well. I forgot. There we go. Makes that a little lighter. So he just needs liquid fuel, no oxidizer. Okay. All right. So that'll do. That'll get us into orbit. I don't even need solid rocket boosters, but I'm going to put them on there so that we have a little more gentle rise. We're just going to use some kickbacks probably. And let's use these big guys here. Just some nice kickbacks, just so we get a little extra oomph off of the launch pad here. There we go. No. I hate the way these things connect. Okay, there we go. Let's get those things lined up. They're actually pretty lined up already. Okay. And then put on some nose cones. Not those. Those. Okay. There we go. I think we're ready. I think we are ready. Let's get our staging set up correctly. Solid rocket fuel coming off. Skipper comes out. There we go. There's that. And there's the nerve. And the decoupler. And then decoupler. Then there's the nerve. And then these guys come apart with docking ports. And all is going to be well. Alright. Very good. I think we're ready. I think we are ready. I'm going to go ahead and add some auto struts to these parts, and then we'll be ready for our launch. Alright, ready for launch in 3, 2, 1, launch. I did think of one other thing before I launched that I needed to add, and that is a command and control, what's this thing called? A reaction wheel on my atomic motor transfer vehicle. Because the interplanetary transfer, I'm going to have to be able to make adjustments, obviously. And the atomic motor does not have gimbling, I do not think. I didn't think to check, but you need one anyway, so I was happy to add that. Man, I really enjoy the stock plume, I mean the redo of the plumes here. Love that. That is just great. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing into orbit. Should be no problem. And I will see you guys in just a minute. Alright, so I allowed myself 3,700 to get into orbit. Looks like we're going to get in there with a couple hundred left of Delta V in this upper stage. So I'm going to go ahead and detach it and let it burn up in the atmosphere. And we will turn on our nerve motor here and let it finish the... Oh, look at that. Oh, that is awesome. I love that. Man, that is great. I haven't seen this with the new plumes, so that looks great. All right, so we are now in orbit. Let's go ahead and see if we can get our intersection set up with Duna. I guess I need to go ahead and add a maneuver node while I'm down here in this portion of my... I know we can do it later. Okay, so let's all right, looks like we got pretty close there. Pretty close. It could have done better, but we'll make adjustments. Now that we're going to get out of the sphere of influence. Actually, I can probably make an adjustment now. If I just go, let's see. If we go retrograde a little bit, that should bring us a little closer. We're at 460. I'm thinking I might go ahead and try the aero capture, actually. Let me go ahead and do a quick save, though, because you never know. You never know. I'm going to go ahead and just tap this. Whoa, yeah, mama. Yowzers. Might need to turn down the thrust on this bad boy here, even though it's got a really low thrust anyway. Let's go down to 25%. Alright, and then we're going to do a little bit of this. Yeah, look at that. Bring her on down. Bring her down. Beautiful. Let's get her to about 90 degrees if we can. And looks like we're going to be able to. Awesome. Okay, and we're at 99,000. We could go ahead and bring it in just a little more and do the aero capture. I think I'm going to, let's see what it estimates would be our aero capture. I mean, a orbital insertion without an aero capture. Estimates 660. I think we'll be okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and time warp to that. I'm going to go ahead and turn up the engine back to 100% so that I don't forget when we try to do our orbit. And I will see you guys at Duna. Let's go ahead and just warp. Not quite to Duna. Let's warp about right here. No, well, let's warp just to the sphere of influence. Now we're going to go ahead and warp all the way to Duna. Why not? Warp here. Cannot auto warp so far. Well, you son of a biscuit. Let's warp there then. Here we go. Bye-bye, cruel world. Traveling around the sun. 155 days. Now, I wonder how close we are to getting our Eve window back. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. Our Eve window is actually going to occur during our Duna transfer here. Hey, that's complicated. Well, okay. Well, we may just miss our window, I guess. Miss our window. Maybe next episode I can see if we can get an Eve back to Kerbal transfer. Alright, so I set up some alarms for both the Duna mission and this Eve probe. So it looks like 6 days for the Eve probe, 20 days for the Duna probes. Boy, that scared me. I was like, ah, no! Well, actually, I exactly said that. So, yeah. Pretty accurate. I don't even know why I'm doing this, because, I mean, I might as well do this, but maybe in the future we can capture this thing as it flies by Kerbal or something. I don't know. That'd be a trick, wouldn't it? There's no way in heck I can do that. I'm not that good. Okay. Burn time. I'm going to be 9 seconds off. I don't have enough fuel to do the burn. Let's just see where we end up. Let's just see where we end up. Here we go. Bring us home, Johnny. Bring us home. And she's out. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 32 Delta V short. And let's focus on Kerbal. We are going to get a captured by the sphere of influence, but we're going to be coming in around 26 million meters from there. So let's just how long until we get to that? 44 days. So let's switch back to the Duna probe and finish that little mission, and then maybe we'll see if we can capture this Eve probe somehow or other. I don't know. That'll be a trick. For the Duna probe, we are at the sphere of influence change. I think I'm going to go ahead and periapsis is at 99,000. Let's put in a little maneuver node here. Let's see if we can adjust that just a little to skim the surface of the atmosphere. So I want to say it's at 50,000. So let's go to about 40,000 here. Uh-oh. Ah! What happened? Messed up, that's what. Let's get her about 40. Let's go 40. Nice 40. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do my quick save like I do. And let's see if we can do this burn and get ourselves a nice aero capture of Duna. If this doesn't work, I'll just do a reload, and we'll just use the fuel. I mean, I think we got plenty of fuel. I don't even know why I'm worried about it, to tell you the truth. So that's okay. We're gonna try it. We're gonna give the old college try. And stop. Okay. I wanted to actually focus on Duna here. There we go. Let's see what we got here. 68,000. Wow, that didn't work, did it? Oh, 26,000. Ay. Let's go radial out just a little. We're just going to see if we can just clean that up just a tad. We don't want to smash through the atmosphere and burn up and die. So let's get up to about 35 or so. Okay. Let's give that a try. And we're going to go ahead and probably going to tilt the warp here. There we go. And let's watch Duna rise in our scopes. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go ahead and retract everything. Oh. Will we be able to communicate? I don't know. Yeah, we can. This relay's really good. Relay's really good. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some science while we're doing it. While we're at it. We are in space high over Duna. Transmit that. Starting transmission. Log pressure data. Transmit that. And I guess we'll do a mystery goo high over Duna. Transmit that. There we go. And then, yeah, that'll be done. Okay. So let's go ahead and zip on up to our periapsis here. Add a maneuver. Let's see if we can get our orbit achieved. And we did. Okay. Something like that. Looks fine to me. And yeah, let's just bring her in just a little. About 250. How about 260? How about 250, like I said? Okay, there we go. 869. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get ready to do this. And we're going to warp on up and see what happens. I don't think this satellite's going to survive any kind of aerodynamics shenanigans. Let's see what happens. Oh, I missed my window. Ah! Missed my window. I'm just sitting here. Just time warping, even though it told me it was time to do my burn. Ugly. This is awesome. I love the way Duna looks. I love that new texture, man. That is great. That is great. Upper atmosphere. Transmit data. Okay. Get that antenna back in there. What are you thinking? Okay. We'll keep the press mat. I mean, I'll log it, but I'll keep it for now. That way we can send it. It was a little safer, maybe. All right. This is not too bad. The atmosphere of Duna is pretty light, so I'm guessing we're not breaking any rules here. Uh-oh. Let's maybe do a little spinneroo. See if we can keep the heat down. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Ooh, boy. So I'm guessing about 50 was correct, because we're starting to hit the upper atmosphere about 35, so I think we're okay. Oh yeah. We can, matter of fact, probably go ahead and send this data here. Send that. I'll probably go ahead and do the mystery goo. Upper atmosphere. Send that. Yep. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is going to work out just fine. Alright. I don't know what's going on with that camera flip there, but that's alright. Let's take a look at our orbit. We do have an orbit of Duna already, so that's good. So even if I kill it now, we'll be in good shape. But we do want to pop us up out of the atmosphere. That would be ideal. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring her on in to where we want to be. And hopefully our satellite has enough juice to do this crazy maneuver here. That'd be a shame if it didn't. Alright. And I think we're just about... We missed our burn, so we're a little past. I think we're going to go ahead and kill it there. And we're going to go ahead and warp up to our apoapsis. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and extend everything. I think we're safe. Yeah, 50,000 was definitely the limit there. Alright. Yeah, we're getting blocked by Duna's mass here from Kerbal. But I think we'll be okay. As soon as we get out to our apoapsis, we can do our next burn. And uh-oh. Now we're blocked by Ike. Come on. There we go. We've got a connection. Let's go ahead and go to our apoapsis. And do our burn here. Okay. Let's see. Let's do our burn just to get our apoapsis up to about 50,000. We'll go up to about 70,000. Alright, are we ready? We want prograde, buddy. Not retrograde. Our height is, our apoapsis height is at 360, which I wanted it to be about 250, but we can adjust that later. I just want to get our periapsis up so that we don't re-enter the atmosphere again. Alright, so let's get that up to about, yeah, let's go up to 100. There we go. Alright, so now we've got that done, we can get our satellite detached, and that thing can go about its business. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's decouple the node. Alright. So it is now floating away. The shroud is going to be space junk. I'm going to activate that engine. And let's see. First thing we have to do is get our plane set up. So let's get that. Add a maneuver there. This is going to be costly. This is going to be costly. It's hard to see where I should do it at, but this should do it. Okay. Alright. No. Just settle it on down. There we go. Something like that. Alright. 1,000. Alright, well. I knew it'd be costly. Let's go ahead and float on over to our maneuvers here and get this thing put into position. What do they call this? Colinia orbit? Something like that. Oh, look at that. Or is that like heat waves or something? That's cool. The clouds rippling. Maybe that's just a effect of the time warp. That was awesome. Alright, so this thing does not have a reaction wheel. You idiot. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes I'm not the smartest cat. Okay. Got our first flyby of Duna, that's good. Alright. Excellent. Get ready to do our burn. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little love tap so I can use the gimbling of the spark to get into position. And stop right there. Alright. Just get into position, buddy boy. There we go. Alright. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second burn. Alright. Here we go. Spark is inserting itself into the correct plane here, and then we'll do a couple more burns to get our orbital, our periapsis and apoapsis set up correctly, and then our satellite will be in place, and then we'll go ahead and land our probe. But I wanted to do this first. I'll do the rest of this off camera. There's no reason for you to watch me do a satellite unless you just like watching multiple burns while I do satellites. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe, I don't know. Who am I to say? I have no idea how to run this channel. Alright. All joking aside, I will see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, I've got a Colinia Colnia. No, Colnia. Colnia? That is hard for me to say for some reason. Colnia. Colnia. Colnia? Oof, I'm gonna have to look that up. Colnia. It's too many L's and N's together. Got that satellite in orbit, so we got that done. That did take quite a bit of maneuvering, but we got it done. And so now I'm going to switch over to the probe, and we're going to get this thing landed. I think we're just going to give up on this, the Eve probe. It's just going to go out into nowhere land, and we're going to lose that stuff. So, too bad for them, unfortunately. Not going to be able to retrieve that. So, that is too bad. I tried to, well, I was going to make another episode where we captured it, but it's too much. So, I'd rather work on something else. Okay, so, let's get this thing set up. What do I want to do here? I think I can just go ahead and do a burn now, actually. Go retrograde and just bring in our... You know what? The probe has plenty of power. I probably should just go ahead and detach it and let it do its own thing. Oh, actually, no, I have to do it this way because the engine is covered up by a heat shield. So let's bring her in. Till we get about 25 on the periapsis. And about right there, be good. We're going to detach the probe. Boop. Bye-bye, probe. Alright, he doesn't have any he can't talk. Okay, well, that's not good. How am I going to bring in these things? We'll go ahead and bring in things. Okay. And then I'm going to switch over to this guy, and we're going to take him back up to out of the atmosphere here. And get him back up out of the danger zone. And get him back up to about 100, looks like. It'll be good. Alright. Switch back over to Mr. Probe here. And he does not have contact with anything, which is unfortunate. There we go. Now he does. That'll be good. Do I have... Oh, no. I did not put a reaction wheel on this either. Oh, no. What is wrong with me? Oh, no. This thing's going to burn up. He's going to burn up in the Atmo. Oh, well. Well, that's too bad. That's too bad. Let's just see what happens to him. Maybe we'll get lucky and this will be aerodynamic and... I am like completely kidding myself right now. There's no way in heck that's going to happen. I'm going to do a quick save though, in case we can do some emergency maneuvers. And here we go. Yeah, it is working. It is working. All right. He's coming in. He's coming in. I just won't be able to pop his chutes or anything, unfortunately. Won't be able to do anything really. Just, yeah. Let her rip, Tater Chip. Look at this. Look at him. He's flopping. He's flipping and flopping. That's making me dizzy. Okay. He's a flipping and a flopping. No radio contact. I really thought I would have radio contact, to tell you the truth. So that's a problem. I thought the relay would give us plenty of contact with home base, but apparently not. Come on, give me some contact. Give me some contact. Now we are definitely inside the atmosphere now. Don't need this anymore. Okay. Can I go ahead and pop my chutes? Maybe it'll let me. Get out of here. Get out of here, heat shield. Chutes? You're gonna deploy, or... I probably should have... Yeah, there we go. They're gonna deploy. Egads. There we go. Look at that. It did land. It's gonna land after all. It's gonna do some flips. And land successfully. Oh my gosh, I was so worried. But apparently our emergency lost communication. I don't know why I was still able to deploy chutes and everything. Normally you can't do anything. Oh, I'm not gonna complain. I'm happy about it. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing under control here. What the heck's happening? No, I can't do anything with the throttle, unfortunately. So it may have a little bit of a rough landing here. Hey, come on, time it just right. Oh well. Oh. That was epic. That was an epic landing right there, my friends. Let's see if I can get the something going on here so we can get some communications going. The satellite's on the other side of the planet. It's that stupid Kalinia orbit or whatever however you pronounce it. Yes, I know. I don't have communications. How about now? How about now? Seriously? God dang it. I may bring that in so that it's more useful. Because it's right now it is not useful to being a relay right now. It's too far away. It's too goddamn far away. Alright. Well, I can't get my stuff going just yet because apparently I got no communication. So let me see if I can do that. Maybe at the beginning of the next episode we can do something with that. I don't know, but it would be interesting to switch this around. Well, let's just try it right now before I end this episode. The episode's running a little long. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next episode, but I was thinking about doing that Eve probe, but I think we're just going to give up on it. Let's go ahead and warp around here to this. And we're going to go retrograde. And see if I can bring in this orbit a little bit. I mean, I don't need it in this orbit now that I've completed the challenge. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring her on in. There we go. Let's just bring her on in to about 100k. That should be good. None of this 2 million business. All right. This should help our probe out a lot. Having a nice satellite in orbit here. Nice relay satellite. And let's go about 250. There we go. How about 265? Let's go ahead and warp around here. And we're going to bump this up as well. Uh-oh. Lost it. Lost comms. Lost comms. Okay. We're going to go prograde. So get down here to our apoapsis. Going to pop up our periapsis a little bit. And that should help us out quite a bit. Of course, this thing does not have a reaction wheel either, so I was the worst at designing this mission. The worst job maybe I've ever done. Nah, not the worst job I've ever done, but pretty bad. It's up there. It's, yeah. Wasn't any critical parts missing, just some stuff that would have been useful. Alright, let's see if we can get a communication with a relay to home now, maybe, I hope. Come on. Nope. He's got no comms. No comms. Still no comms. Darn! Shucky darn. I guess this thing just wasn't powerful enough. Darn it. I thought for sure it would be with that relay satellite in there. Oh, that upsets me. well, we made it to the surface. We didn't get to do our science like we'd hoped, but you know, that's life. Real life, that happens as well. Usually not quite this catastrophic of a failure, but oh well. It happened, and so it is what it is. Our first probe, I wanted to do a daylight shot, but I screwed that up too. I'm just a man of screw-ups today. Alright, here's a nice sunrise on Duna. We'll get to watch the sunrise together, and then we'll end this episode. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, throw me some likes, leave me some comments, and as always, subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Kerbals waiting by the window, vaguely looking down at their saw, and hoping possibly Jebediah will come home with some raw from EnvironmentalVisualEnhancements or the moon. Maybe he'll come home soon. Was never what it once was, shouldn't really fly anymore. Either as if an answer with a sound like blowing up your ears. Ship crashes through Kerbal's atmosphere. Crowds gather as hundreds of rocks of our favorite kind from endless fill their bedrooms, but they don't actually mind.